And he said, if you have a problem with your family, work it out. There's nothing too hard for God to handle. Right now, we have a problem with someone. And I said, your family, your sister, and your brother. Why can't we get together and talk about it instead of posting it on Facebook or whatever? Why you have to go and post everything instead of me calling my brother and my sister? Look, I need to talk to you for a minute. Let's be about it. Let's be adults. I need to talk to you for a minute because it's something that happened, and I really didn't appreciate it. How it went down. And talk about it. And once we talk about it, it's first. Let it go. That's what God wants us to do. He don't want us to hold malice in our heart for our family members. No matter who we are. We all have family members that are toxic. Some are loving and caring. And that, not one family I know, people can say that they don't have no problem with their family. If you do, why not? Everybody's family have problems. Everybody don't post their family on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. Sometimes we have to work it out. Give it to God and work it out. What's the word? It irritates me. If I have something against, I not against, but if something we didn't agree on, right? Instead of you talking to me about it, like go look on the internet, it's on the internet. Let's be bigger than that because you know what? At the end of the day, we don't pick our family. God does. And He wants us to love each other as He loves us. And that's what I'm learning too. Not saying that I don't have a problem with my family. Of course I do. I'm not too proud to say that. But I've learned now, instead of arguing all the time, talking about it, posting it about my family. She and that. No. See, that's not love. Okay? Love is when you confront each other, whether it's good or bad. That's love. But we can forgive each other and look each other in the eye and say, you know what? I forgive you. Girl, you feel me? I remember one time they were doing Thanksgiving, right? And something went down with the family that I wasn't happy about. So instead of but I couldn't talk to them right then, so what I did, I went and everything settled down. And I said, you know what, I got enough of this crap. I'm gonna tell her all, tell them all. So what I did, I called one of my sisters and I said, look here. I couldn't get her, she wouldn't pick up the phone, I guess she was busy, right? But I said, I'm gonna call her. So I want to tell her something. I want to tell her off. See, God didn't mean for me to tell her off because that's why she couldn't pick up the phone. I called all my family members. I called them. Nobody would pick up the phone. I said I do what I do. I'll text them. Yeah, I bet you they'll see my text. They'll read my text. Oh, and I went on that phone. I started. I'm gonna tell them all. I got enough of this crap. Y'all don't do this. Y'all don't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Looking at their faults, but not looking at my faults, right? Now, there's a reason why these people not doing these things. Sometimes it's because of us. But at that time, I wanted to tell her off. So I did a long text to a few of my family members. Oh, I finally caught up with them, but they let me have it. She said, you know one thing, Sadie? She said, when I saw that text, she said, I got so mad. Smoke was coming to my ears. She said, I wanted to get my hand on you. Now all we could do is laugh. And see, the thing about that is, me with my hard-headed self, instead of me going to my sister, the Bible said if we have a problem with one another, anybody, we take it to the altar. Take our time, our offering to the church. Then we leave it there. Once we do that, we can go back. Look at the elders. Look at the elders. Once we take it to the altar, our tithes and everything, we go back and talk to the church. And we just laugh. And I thought about it, you know what? Sometimes we make things harder than what they really are. Sometimes, another thing, people will try to turn you against your family. Don't let them do it. Then when you ask them about their family, how you the family? Oh, we're doing fine. Everything's good. So what's going on with yours? No, you're not going to talk about my family in my face. not going to help you talk about my family. At the end of the day, that's my family. And I love my family. So be careful how people try to twist and make you sit and turn against your family. But at the end of the day, when everybody walk off, who you got to call on? Your family. But anyway, I love you guys, and I hope y'all enjoyed this message. And have a blessed day. To my cousin Gloria Brown, rest in peace, because Lord knows you what God a light for your family. And she used to be on Facebook a lot, and she always be. What I loved about Gloria, she always be with her family. And you can tell that she love her family, and they love her, and I like that about her. But she's in heaven now, so Gloria, rest in peace, baby. You did what God so love. Pass it down. I love you guys.